Hey traders, how's it going? This is Scott Schneider from ShadowTrader, bringing you a shadow short coming from the live trading suite over in the futures room. So we're going to go over the broader markets, and I hope everyone's doing well. I know there was a lot of volatility in these markets this year. We are looking at the SPX, and this is the weekly. And I just want to, just mention one thing, and that is that this yellow line is the 50 simple moving average. And so as of now, and this week still has 4 more days, it's very early, but we have started to auction below the 50 SMA on the weekly. And we've been one time framing lower on the weekly, going on develop, with this week included, be 3 weeks. Now, if we take a look on the daily, sticking with SPX, the cash market, we lost a 200 SMA. So on Friday, we had recovered and closed above it after looking below. Today, we're clearly lower. We do have a good bit of what looks like a buying tail at the lows, so some excess at the lows. We have been one time framing lower on the daily for the past, including today, 5 trading sessions. We're well below the open of 2025, and today we made a new low in 2025. According to Financial Juice, today was the biggest sell-off in American stocks since 2022. And it was led by XLK. So let's take a closer look. Let's take a look under the hood, as we like to call it, and see exactly where this was coming from. So to do that, we're going to look at the internals before we head to the profile. So if you look over here, we have the 11 sectors that make up the S&P 500. And I also have the Mag 7 ETF, MAGs, along with the VIX. And you can see the VIX is up quite a bit today. It's in the 27 area. And the big selling came in XLK and the Mag 7 at the beginning of the day. But as the day got longer, we did start to see, financials get dark red from the open, meaning more than 50 basis points lower. Consumer discretionary down 2.2% from the open. And, even healthcare, although not, more than 50 basis from the open, did close lower than it opened. Same with industrials. So we only saw little pockets of strength in energy and utilities. And it took a little while for that to develop with all the sectors contributing to the weakness. And that's something that we do look for at ShadowTrader. Earlier on this morning, we weren't too sure what to make of the weakness in XLK, but there was a lot of strength elsewhere. And as the day went on and you're able to monitor the sectors, you saw that it was becoming weaker, and that led to more of a weaker cumulative tick, which closed at negative 99,989, so almost negative 100,000 on the cumulative tick. And you can see a lot of the paint on the iceberg was below the zero line, except for the end of the day when, most likely that was some short covering and some closing of business. The weighted AD was negative pretty much all day. Little pockets of positivity the first couple bars. Now, if we real quickly take a look at the market profile over on the window trader, that's windowtrader without a W.com. And what you will see is that value today, 70% of today's activity, took place lower than Friday's session. And that is important, and that is, that is something that should guide your narrative. As long as we continue to create lower value, not so much overlapping, but lower value, then, we still have some room to go to the downside. Now, in the short term, especially if you're a daytime trader, meaning you're going to come into the day flat and you're going to leave the day flat, then, you know, it's very important that we just keep in mind that inventory is starting to get very short. And so what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow is I'm going to be looking at the 56.42 level, which was today's halfback. And any buying that doesn't get above that level, I'm going to be looking to sell it if I look to get in the arena at all. But if we do happen to advertise higher than 56.42, I think that might give an opportunity for a little bit of a inventory correction, and then you just kind of take what the market gives you, so just a little responsive long. But again, that would be an if-then scenario. So if during regular trading hours we see above 56.42 tomorrow, you know, then that could be actionable. And again, you don't know how much, you know, you're going to get, but if we do look above, you know, since we know that we've been one time framing lower for multiple weeks, multiple days, then we can gather that, yes, inventory in the short term is starting to get short. And if we look at the structure of the high on the 7th on Friday session, it was poor, it lacked excess. So if for some reason we get some type of short covering rally, even if it's just a short-term, you know, rally due to traders getting short at bad location, you know, the momentum could potentially get all the way to that poor high from Friday at 57.91. So again, that's not something I'm calling for, but it's something I want to be prepared for. I want to stay open-minded to that possibility. Because we've been seeing 100-point days in the ES, and we could easily see it, you know, either direction tomorrow. So what sellers will want to see is they'll want to see us, you know, open below the 56.42 level and preferably below the 56.20 area where we had our volume point of control and our time point of control. So the fairest price to do business is around that 56.24, 56.28 area. But if we can get below today's RTH low and start continuing to advertise lower, we know that price can be such a good advertising mechanism that it could find more sellers even though the market will be looking for buyers. So let's keep our wits about us, try to take it tick by tick, day by day. We do got JOLTS data at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, so U.S. job openings. And I hope to see you guys in the room. Take care. Peace. Hey, this is Scott Schneider from the Futures Room over at ShadowTrader's Live Trading Suite. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to trade live with me in real time, please click the link in the description below. Have a great day and happy trading.